Hi everyone, I am Paige Selver and welcome back to my podcast, Off the Record. For this episode, I'm interviewing someone who had a really interesting career journey, my dad. Before becoming a doctor, he was actually a teacher, and today he works as a hospitalist. We're going to talk about his career path and what inspired him and what his job is like now in this episode. Hi Dad, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
To start off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do now?
Yeah, so I am a hospitalist, which is a doctor that takes care of patients who are sick in the hospital. So I don't see anybody in the clinic like your family medicine doctor would do. My job is pretty much being an investigator. You come into the hospital with a problem, whether that be a headache, tummy ache, fever, or anything like that. And it's my job to investigate why you're that way and what I can do to make you better.
So, what is like your favorite part about being a doctor?
I like being able to see different things every day, not the same thing. I like to talk to different people. I get a chance to do that, whether I'm talking to nurses, family members, different doctors, different medical staff, whether it be like a respiratory therapist or a physical therapist.
What was one of the interesting cases you ever had?
I would say one is something called transient global amnesia. It's when you get very, very stressed out, such as you worried about grades or anybody like that, and it can trigger a issue with your brain where you forget things. You don't forget old things. You lose the ability to make new memories. So if you're having an episode of this thing, we'll be talking. I could take you shopping. You can go to the movies, and then after the movies, you have no memory of what happened. You remember older stuff before the stressful situation, but after that, you don't. It goes away in about half a day to a day, but it's kind of freaky. But then all of a sudden, you go back to being normal, but you never get that day back.
Wow, that's very interesting. So, before becoming a doctor, you were a teacher. What subject did you teach and what was that experience like?
Well, before going to medical school, I did not get in right away. So instead of doing research like a lot of people did, I decided to teach or go to work. So I taught middle school science. So I taught kids like you from sixth grade all the way to eighth grade. I did that for about 5 years. It was pretty cool meeting these different kids, their families, working with different teachers. And a lot of the same skills I acquired by becoming a teacher, I use it as a doctor. Communication, being able to connect with different people and work as a team.
What did you enjoy most about being a teacher?
I would think the camaraderie with some of the other teachers and also letting these kids get educated and learn and helping mold them into older people. So now I look back at those kids that was once your age and now they're grown. Some of them have kids. So I'm just happy to play a role in molding the future.
Have you ever seen them like outside of you being a teacher?
Yeah, when I go back to my college, it's in Tallahassee, Florida, where I taught. I see some of them, and it's cool. I say, Mr. Selver, Mr. Selver, but they have deeper voices and things like that. So it's kind of weird to see kids that used to be in puberty now they're all grown up and stuff.
What made you decide to change careers?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a career change. I would say being a teacher was a part of the journey. It wasn't my final destination. It was something that was needed, I think, to help me learn and grow, become empathetic, learn to be a team player, but it wasn't my destination. So while I enjoyed it, it wasn't my dream. My dream was becoming a teacher. So I meant a doctor. So I'm glad I became a doctor, but I have no regrets on being a teacher. Yeah, no regrets.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today and sharing your story. This is Off the Record by Paige Selver. This Off the Road production was written, produced, directed, edited, and hosted by Paige Selver, with guest speaker Dr. Selver.